Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul and I'll be reading the cards for you today. This is for the middle of January 2023. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now we're going to take a look into your general energies for the week, and it's very important that you remain open and receptive to whatever might come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. I can read the energy that comes through, but sometimes I can't understand every single detail. So I think very often in a tarot reading, that final step is truly up to you. And we've got the Fool upside down. I don't usually read reversals, but let's see what that Fool might be doing in your reads today. We're going to lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. And I would like to thank you for joining me here. I want to welcome you in the spirit of light and love. I really appreciate that you're here watching this reading, okay? So we're going to do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card, and let's use the ancient Italian tarot deck for that. It is pre-shuffled, so we're just going to select a card kind of randomly from the middle here. We're going to leave that right over there. We're not going to look at that till the very end of the reading, so definitely stick around. And hopefully that will, tie the reading together and give us the confirmation that we're looking for at the very end. So we see some air, some water, some earth, some fire, some earth, some air, some earth. Okay, so, a pretty decent balance of cards. We've got a couple of major arcana cards, and there are some, some strong forces in your life right now. The first thing that we saw, and we'll keep them upside down for now, is this Fool energy. It really feels to me like there is kind of someone in your life. It may be this earth sign person, okay? We've got the Queen of Discs here, so let's do these two together. It could be that there's a person in your life, maybe of this earth kind of energy, an earth sign possibly, that is causing a little bit of trouble, okay? I think it's somebody that is really a close person to you, someone that it might be an older feminine energy in your life, but I feel like they kind of have this, this childlike vibe to them now, like almost they're, they are in need of you to kind of take care of them, okay? It could be a relative, could be a sibling, could be a friend, someone who's older. I feel like they maybe had a bit of a matriarchal vibe to them in the past, like maybe they were kind of the head of the family. But now I feel like their role is kind of reversing, and it might be falling on you a little bit to take a little bit of the lead, take a little bit of control, and maybe make some decisions for this person, because especially with the Fool kind of upside down, it's not like the young, active, vibrant Fool that we're used to seeing. This is something that's kind of a little bit switched around on us. So I feel like it was once a person who was, very outgoing, very much the leader, very ambitious, maybe, like I said, maybe the head of the family, the matriarch, something like that. But now that role is kind of reversed, and it feels like it's falling on you to kind of take responsibility for things. Now, this could be in a business, in your career. It could be at home. It feels like a family thing. Okay, it feels like it's some family members that are involved here. And what we see in the recent past, I think this energy is representing you. I think this, with this being a Knight of Swords, I think this is kind of your a real quickness to help out. Okay, I think you're the kind of person that is, will very quickly accept a challenge, will very quickly and readily and enthusiastically take on something that's being asked of them. You know what I mean? It feels like you're very quick to help out. And you really kind of thrive on being of service. Now, not always, okay? Because I think that you've had some focus on your own ambitions, your own life path, your own career, kind of just, establishing your own way in life. But I feel like this situation came about and you readily accepted the challenge. You're quick to offer your assistance where it's needed. Okay, I feel like you're a very giving person. And beneath everything, with this Ten of Pentacles here, I do think that you've had a lot of success in your own life. So while you are, you are ready to kind of go where you're needed, especially in this, which I think is a family situation. You're very ready to take on the responsibilities, right? But at the same time, you have a lot of focus on your own ambition, your own life, your own success. And it may be that you're at that point in life where you're very well established in things. Maybe your career has kind of, already taken its course. Maybe things are wrapping up. Maybe you're moving toward retirement. Maybe you are, the career kind of phase of your life might be well established, or already kind of, you're looking beyond that now, So I think that there are some family issues that are coming up in priority for you. These kind of family relationships. And this particular earth sign person with this kind of inverted fool energy. Okay, I think that they're in need of you to kind of step up. And that's going to take some time away from whatever work or activities that you do. Whatever your day-to-day focus is, I feel like is kind of going to be diverted toward this family thing. You know what I mean? But again, with this Knight of Swords, I think you're very quick to accept the call when you're asked, when you're needed. I think you're very very giving, very selfless in that way. Even though I do think that you've had some very strong ambitions in your life, especially with this Ten of Pentacles down here. It feels like you've really had a lot of ambition and a lot of hard work in your life. And at the same time, you've managed to be quite generous and quite giving and selfless. And I think you really do like to be of service when you can, Above everything, we have this Lover's energy. Now, I think that this is really you see this as a responsibility, okay? Whatever this family thing is that's going on, it feels to me like you are, as I said, you're very ready to accept the challenge, right? You're not going to hesitate when this issue comes up and you're needed, when your service is needed, right? Because I think you look at it as part of your duty, part of your responsibility, okay? And this is telling me, again, that it's like a family thing, right? And that there's really no choice about it. There's no debate. You don't have to think about it. You automatically know what it is that you have to do, okay? So with this Lover's card up here, this to me feels like it's not a choice. It's not a debate or a discussion. It's nothing that you have to think about. It's like an automatic choice of how you're going to respond to this situation. Which again, I don't know exactly who this person is or what exactly is going on with them, but I'm getting this feeling like they were kind of very much in charge or at the head of the family with this Queen of Pentacles, and then we've got this Fool inverted, so I feel like their roles are kind of changing. The dynamic is really changing, and this person or the family as a whole is going to need you to kind of step up a little bit, right? Which again, I don't think you're going to hesitate to do. And what I see taking place in the immediate future is Nine of Pentacles. This is a complete restoration of things. This is either, if this is a health or God forbid, if it's a health issue or an injury or something, I feel like with your assistance, everything is going to be restored to a wholeness, a wellness. I think that there's going to be a recuperation, a complete restoration of that health and well-being. I think that this is also your really effective management of the family, of this situation. Now, again, this could be taking place in your career, right? It could be someone had to step down and you're being kind of called to action. But I'm feeling family here, okay? I'm feeling family. And this is going to be a positive experience for you. I think it's going to have a lot of emotional satisfaction when you take on this role and you see yourself really contributing and really making a difference in everyone's life, okay? Because this Nine of Pentacles is a very, very positive card, right? It shows a lot of gain, a lot of building up, a lot of restoration of what may be lacking or may be in need of some very strong management skills, so to speak, right? So I think that you're going to be directly contributing to everything getting back to a solid state, a very strong restoration to wholeness and wellness and well-being. Okay, and that's a positive outcome for sure. So don't hesitate when that call comes, and I don't think that you will. I think that you, again, I'm getting this feeling like you really love to be of service. You love to help out where you can. You're very generous with your spirit that way, you know. But at the same time, like I said, you had a lot of ambition, a lot of hard work, a lot of success in your career, in your life, and that's been your focus. But you're still very much ready to lend a helping hand when you're called upon. You know, I think that's a good balance of qualities that you have. So, okay, Libra, let's go to the path of the serpent now. And I just want to remind you that, you know, these cards are always correct. So even if I'm not interpreting the message in the correct way, it's because I don't know every detail of your life exactly. So I need you to connect with these cards, right? Connect with the imagery, connect with what I'm saying, but use your own intuition. Go beyond just what I'm telling you, okay? That's very important. Now, the general energy that we have for you is this fire energy. Okay, this is the Eon card, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, a Baptism by Fire. This could really be you stepping into this kind of new leadership role, or this new head of the family kind of role. I think that it's not something that you've really been looking for. You know, I don't think that you are seeking out, you know, the power and the authority here, but I think it's kind of being given to you. I think this is a set of circumstances. This is an event that is going to be like the doorway here in this card, and you're going to, from what I can tell, you're going to step through that doorway because it's being asked of you, you know, and it's something that I think you feel a responsibility for. You feel like there's no way you could possibly say no. There's no question about it. So it may be like a new role that you're taking on for the long term. You know, could be that you're stepping into these shoes or this role, this position. Again, it sounds like it could be kind of career or work oriented. You know, feels family to me. Feels family. But again, I don't think that you've been looking for this. I don't think you've been seeking this out. But I think you're going to accept it with a sense of responsibility, a sense of honor. And, you know, it's going to be a new thing for you. It's going to take you into a new phase of your life, which I think has its own challenges, but its own benefits as well. I feel like that you're in a position now where you can take on that new role, because I feel like you've kind of had your career, your success has been established, and so you don't, it's safe for you to divert a little bit of your time and attention away from that, right, to take care of this and to step into this new role. The next card that we see is in terms of your connection, your environment, the relationship. And this is a real harmonious thing. It feels to me like you're going to be able to get the family like well organized, get everybody on track, get things in a nice rhythm, a nice harmony. Okay, and again, this could easily apply to the workplace too, and the career. You know, establishing this harmony, being the kind of the head of the household, the head of the family, the head of the department, right? The leader, the authority. And everybody is going to kind of rally around you to support you. Okay, with this Six of Pentacles, this is just really great success and a real vibe and a real resonance with everyone else involved, right? So there's going to be a lot of cooperation. A lot of cooperation. And I think it's through that cooperation with you kind of as the leader of that, that you're going to start seeing the results that you would want in this situation now. I don't know the particular details, you know, but I feel like you are a very cooperative person. And that's probably why you've had so much success in your career, in the work that you've done in the past, right? Because you have this very strong ambition, very strong work ethic. And you also have this real readiness to jump in and help out. It's that spirit of cooperation, you know? I think that is a contribution, a contributing factor. to the success that you have and to the success that you're going to continue to have in this particular situation and in this new role that I feel you're stepping into. There's going to be this cooperation, this harmony, this resonance, okay? And I feel like it's going to be a positive experience. Now, again, I don't know the particular details of what's going on here on the path of the dove. I don't know who that person is exactly. I feel like it's an older family member. I feel like there is something going on, maybe health. It could be, with the advancing years, there might be some kind of cognitive decline, something of that nature. We do have that Fool inverted, and the Fool is all about the air, the mind. There could be something. It could either, if it's not a mental thing, it could be something related to the heart-lung area. Okay, I'm getting a feeling like it's some kind of a medical thing that's going on. And now I don't wish that on anybody. I hope I'm wrong, of course. But again, the good news, and I want to restate that the Nine of Pentacles coming in the immediate future shows that this is going to be resolved. Things are going to be okay. There's going to be a restoration of health and wellness. But it's still going to see you in this new role, this new position, head of the family, head of the household, head of the department, right? So the next card then is Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is really, it's about a lot of pleasure and fulfillment and satisfaction and fun and love and all of this kind of stuff. So why is this in the position of your fears, worries, and concerns? Well, I think with this new responsibility, this new role that we're taking, there is then going to be a minor feeling, right? I don't think it's going to be too overwhelming. But I think that you might be looking at the other side of it, like how much more freedom you had before this new responsibility, before this event and this new role that you're taking. It seems like you maybe had a lot more freedom before, I think what you're doing is going to be very satisfying and very rewarding, okay? But there's always going to be that little bit of, well, what if I would have just kind of stayed home or stayed back in my previous, life stage. It's kind of that grass is greener kind of feeling, where we wonder if we're missing out on things now. We're wondering if we sacrificed a lot of our kind of freedom and pleasure and happiness and, the pursuit of those things. Because you have this establishment of your career. I think you've had success, you've worked hard, and you want to enjoy it, but you feel this responsibility, So the kind of obstacle here, what we're kind of having to climb over, is this feeling like life would have been so much better before, I think you're going to overcome this because of this sense of responsibility, because of this satisfaction that you're going to get from this responsibility, from this this new role, this thing that you're dealing with, right? And again, with this Lover's card, I don't want to forget about this. I think there's no obstacle for you to make the choice. You know that it's your it's your duty, it's your responsibility. There's no real debate here with you. There's no decision that has to be made. You know how you're going to proceed. But it's not going to prevent this little feeling from creeping up that, things maybe would have been a lot easier, more relaxed, happier, more pleasurable had this not happened, And that's, I think, very, very normal. That's to be expected, really, in this kind of situation. Well, the next card that we have is the Princess of Swords. So I really feel like you're going to be using this experience to try to just, it's going to give you a sense of purpose, a sense of responsibility and duty, but in the way that you've got something to create. You know what I mean? You've got a way now, or a new kind of a new arena to apply yourself. It gives you something really important to focus on and to create this success and create this well-being and to further to further this Nine of Pentacles, this wholeness, wellness, this rejuvenation, this restoration of things. And I think you're really going to enjoy, I mean, maybe enjoy is the wrong word, but you're really going to apply yourself and immerse yourself in manifesting the best possible outcome that you can through this air energy, through your initial impulse to help out. You're eager, you're enthusiastic. You're the first one to, to get on the plane or to volunteer. And you're going to use that energy really to manifest the best possible outcome, the best possible results and circumstances from this event, right? And I think that this is going to be very rewarding. I think this is going to be well worth the responsibility, the trouble, the time, the effort that it's going to take to, to be this person, to be this leader, to take this role. Okay. But now we're going to take a look at this confirmation card because, I kind of want to see what, I'm still getting the kind of split vibe if it's career, because this would really apply to your career. If you're taking on new roles, new responsibilities, somebody, had to step down for some reason and you have to assume a new role. It could be family, it could be career, but I'm getting a strong sense of personal connections. So either your work environment is very tight-knit like a family, or this is literally taking place within your family. Okay. Let's take a look at this mystery card now. I hope it's something showing a lot of positive manifestation, a lot of pleasure and satisfaction. An Empress card, I think, would be quite appropriate in this circumstances. It's a Three of Cups, though. A Three of Cups is very great. This is wonderful. This is confirming that it's going to be more cheerful and lighthearted than it maybe sounds at this point. Every reading is a combination of light and some shade, right? Because that's the world that we live in. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate more on the sunshine rather than the rain, and I think that this card really confirms the sunshine that we have here. It may seem like a dark and dreary kind of event. It's something that we don't ever want to go through, that we don't wish for anyone, but these things do happen in life, and I think that you're going to handle it in such a way that you're going to bring out the best possible results. The outcome is going to be ideal. It's going to be optimal, the best that you can possibly create with these circumstances. And I think everybody is going to be very thankful for the work that you're doing, for the effort that you're putting into it. Okay, and it could be that you're the only one really that is taking on this responsibility. Maybe it's not something that should have fallen to you, but it did, because you were maybe the only one, but definitely the first one to volunteer, to say, yes, I will help. I'm coming right now. And so you're kind of the cup there at the top, and you are kind of dispensing this love and joy and security and compassion down to everyone else involved. You're kind of the source of this stability now, of this love, of this this safety, this really warm, loving water energy. Okay. And, we didn't get a lot of water in the reading today, because I think the water that exists is within you, and it is contained, and it is in abundance. This card, keyword for the Three of Cups, is abundance. I think you have so much of this loving, compassionate, affectionate, protective, nurturing water energy that it's ready to go. It's on tap, And I think you don't easily give that energy away, I feel like you're a very generous person. You're very ready to volunteer for a challenge. You don't shy away from challenges or from responsibilities. But when it comes to the love energy, the nurturing, all of the affectionate energy, I think you have an abundance of it, but I think you're very discerning. I don't think that you just kind of pour this out to anyone. I think you've got a really good handle on your heart. And When you feel the connection, when the environment has meaning for you, this is abundance. This flows from you just absolutely freely. But you also have the ability to turn it off and go back to your kind of wise decision making that we see with all of this, air energy, these swords here. So I think you have a nice balance between your head and your heart, And I think in this situation, you're going to use your head, and then you're going to really feel with your heart. And you're going to be really letting some of this water energy go and flow. And you're really going to be taking care of people, but it's going to be very rewarding for you. It's going to be a kind of reciprocating affection and compassion. And I think you're going to get a lot of gratitude and a lot of appreciation. And people are then going to respond to you, and they're going to want to take care of you and give some of this love energy back. I feel like it's going to be a really positive experience. And I think it's going to be a way for everyone involved to really come together. We have this sense of cooperation. This is more about the practical side of that. The practical cooperation. I think there's going to be a real bond, a renewal of that love bond. If this is, a family, the blood family, I think there's going to be a strengthening of that bond. I really do. And so I think this is going to be, there's going to be a really positive outcome to a set of circumstances that is currently less than ideal, right? That's rather unwanted, but it's going to have the best possible outcome, and I'm very excited about that. Okay. Thank you again. Thank you for being here and watching this video. I really do appreciate you. We're going to take a look in the extended just for a few minutes and see if we can get any other clarity, any more energies coming through, any more messages. Okay. This was your tarot reading for the middle of January 2023 here on Dove and Serpent Tarot.